We have some huge $1,000 Death Star leaks to talk about today because nearly all of the 38 minifigs have leaked, so I'll be telling you all of the confirmed figures for this set, including some that are very exciting and some that are very disappointing, like no dual-molded leg on a C-3PO in a $1,000 set. Great job, LEGO. But you know what's possibly more disappointing than no dual-molded leg on a C-3PO in a $1,000 set? Well, the actual look of the Death Star has leaked, and let's just say it's not what you'd expect, and potentially in the last video I kind of hinted at that. Does it look like what they think a $1,000 Death Star would look like? We'll get started with the minifig leaks because that is what we've actually seen some leaked pictures of surfacing online, both of the top of the box and from the instruction manual. They look like they were literally ripped out of the instruction manual, kind of a hilarious way to leak figures. Starting off strong, we've got 3 Luke Skywalkers with his farm boy outfit, stormtrooper outfit, and Return of the Jedi look. Then we've got Princess Leia in her standard look, Han Solo in his smuggler look, plus Han Solo in the stormtrooper outfit. Then we've got Chewbacca, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who we haven't seen in a while from A New Hope, so hopefully maybe a slightly updated figure. And then we also have R2-D2, and finally C-3PO, confirmed to not have a dual-molded leg in a $1,000 set. I mean, I thought LEGO would have seen the fuss about him not having a dual-molded leg in a $500 set last year. They literally just said double it and give it to the next person. In the most literal sense, I can't believe they didn't give C-3PO a dual-molded leg in a $1,000 set. They literally give him a dual-molded leg in a $6 keychain. They gave him a dual-molded leg in the $200 Luke's Land Speeder, dual molded leg in the C-3PO that you see behind me, wherever he is, that's like $140, but no dual molded leg in a $1,000 set. You're not winning a lot of hearts and minds doing that, LEGO. Not winning a lot. Dual molded leg epidemic doesn't go anywhere as we move into the Imperials, unfortunately, as Grand Moff Tarkin won't be getting dual molded legs. You've got a standard Darth Vader, standard Emperor Palpatine. I don't think anything about them will be unique to this set. We've also got the main Imperial Dignity included in this set in Sim Alu, from what I can tell. He's wearing purple, looks really cool as a minifig, honestly. I do wish they had done the other one that we see basically in every picture with Sim Alu, so I could have named him before this, but like I knew they would probably include an Imperial Dignity or two here. I was hoping we would get 2. Again, $1,000 set just feels a little penny pinching there. I mean, we already know they're penny pinching. You see the rest of the figures in this set. It's clear. Then you have Yularen, which looks nice. Again, just with the omission of dual molded legs. Admiral Modi or Madi, he's the guy that gets choked by Darth Vader, so I think it's a really cool inclusion to have here. I don't think we've ever seen him in another set, but I can't remember exactly. And then we also have General Taji or Taj, something like that. He in the movie has a terrible haircut when I looked him up. Horrible haircut. LEGO really saved this guy. They used a really slick hairpiece for him when he really shouldn't have a slick hairpiece. So that guy got saved by LEGO. Of course, those Imperial officers I just named won't be getting dual molded legs either. Again, $1,000 set, can't be bothered. $5 CMF, you go girl. Next we have Director Krennic, who I'm very excited to see back here. He should be slightly different than we saw in 2016, but of course not much different because that figure was already really good. So unless they decide to make this figure bad for some reason, it shouldn't change much. Then we've got another completely new character here in Galen Erso. Very great inclusion. I know a lot of people were hoping that he would be included in this Death Star, and yeah, he's going to be here wearing all green. Looks great to me. We have an Imperial Protocol droid in 5D6 RA7. That figure is actually leaked from the factory. Pictures are on the internet. Looks really nice to me, so excited about that one. Now on the top of box leaked picture, you see 5 stormtroopers, but I'm assuming it's 6 because there's clearly going to be another figure to the left that we cannot see, so I'm going to assume 6 stormtroopers in the set, but 5 certainly confirmed for just normal stormtroopers. But technically there is an unknown figure out of that row, but it's fairly safe to assume it's going to be a stormtrooper. We've then got 2 Death Star gunners, of course, must-haves, and 2 Imperial crew members, which, of course, again, no dual-molded legs. I think I've heard people saying this set was going to be $1,000, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no dual-molded legs again. Then we're going to have at least 1 Imperial shuttle pilot, as well as 4 more unknown figures from this, like, row of figures on the leaked box, and so we just can't tell what they are. They're kind of covered up, so 4 more unknown figs. It's very likely just more Imperial crew members, just given where it is in the chronology of the box, but yeah, we just don't know what they are exactly. And then to bring us home, we are getting 2 Emperor's Royal Guards, an astromech droid that I can't quite make out which astromech droid it is exactly, and finally, maybe the most exciting one to a lot of people, the Beach Trooper, which isn't one of, these are the 3 Beach Troopers that I think of when I think of like LEGO Star Wars video game Beach Trooper designs. You've got the 2 from the Complete Saga, and then 1 from the Skywalker Saga where he's wearing white pants with red hearts, yet the one in this set has red pants with like a white Imperial logo, and I'm not exactly sure where it's from. The closest thing I could find to it was from the Star Wars Castaways game, but in the leaked instruction manual, it says it's from Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So if someone can help me with that, send me an Instagram DM if you can find information, if you've seen this leaked picture and you know what this is exactly from. I need to have it figured out by the time I review the set because I want to have whatever I'm going to say officially, I guess, about it in a review down to a T. But it's really cool that they are making a Beach Trooper. It is just not one of the three kind of standard designs, and certainly not, this would have been the one I expected because it's actually from the Skywalker Saga, and it's, to me, it's the iconic Skywalker Saga design, but maybe I'm off base there. I would love to know if someone can help me out with that. Ironically, though, the Beach Trooper is the only figure in this set to get dual molded legs. The rest of them all just have standard legs. He gets dual molded legs. There's like a half dozen, at least, probably a little bit more than that, maybe closer to a dozen minifigs that could have had dual molded legs in a $1,000 set that don't. And of course, an example like C-3PO is even more ridiculous because he has dual molded legs in far cheaper sets that cost 10 times less almost than this Death Star. Shoot, the keychain, right? $6 versus $1,000, and you get a lower quality item. Insane. People have defended Lego for too long for crap like this, and this is what happens when you do that. But that's all 38 figures, with 5 that are technically unknown. One of them is very likely a Stormtrooper, and then the rest are just probably like regular Imperial crew members, so I wouldn't expect any like other big names to come out of the unknown characters, but hey, maybe drop your hot take guesses below. Speaking of hot takes, now we gotta talk about the dang Death Star. This thing is gonna be $1,000, and it is gonna look nothing like what 95 to 99% of people expected a $1,000 Death Star to look like.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
So it's not going to be a big paneled sphere and have a bunch of interior stuff like you probably expected, like I expected way back when the rumor first dropped, but I found out quite a while ago that this Death Star was going to be rather disappointing. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if it's going to be disappointing. It just, you know, in the words of Ryan Johnson, subverts your expectations. So this was not in the background of my last video by accident. I actually bought this, a long time ago. I bought this when I found out. And when I found out that the Death Star would be shaped more or less like this, I was really disappointed. So let me try to recreate my reaction of finding out that it was going to be like this shape and not this shape.
You what?
I was incredulous. Like, I was like,
what are you guys doing? I'm gonna try and tell you, this is it. What do you mean this is it? We're a $20 billion company. We're trying to
What
tell you.
are you doing? Are you serious?
Yeah.
it was close to the level of like watching your team give up a walk-off home run in baseball and you're just like standing there like, oh my God, what just happened? It was like that, but for Lego Star Wars to me. Nobody's gonna like this, that, and the other, and I still don't know. The model could be very cool, but we already know the minifigs are not what they should be for $1,000. So we're already going in the wrong direction. On top of being nothing like what people expected to get for $1,000, I don't think either of those things are going to be helping this set. So it is apparently a Death Star diorama. It's going to be shaped like this, more or less, where it's like a half circle or something, right? That's going to sit somewhat flat on the ground. And then imagine like these Funko Pops, room here, room here, room here, then stacking up another room, another room, another room, another room, another room, another room. I don't know the exact number of rooms, but you get the idea that rooms will be stacked up on their way up to the top here. And so that's how it would basically work. And I still flabbergasted thinking about the fact that the $1,000 Death Star is going to be, like, Lego Star Wars doesn't take chances on sets like that. Like, you think about Lego Star Wars sets, and it's generally what people like, is certainly what I like, is for the set to be fairly on rails. Like, I don't want them to do too many crazy things when it comes to a set like this. Like, I want to play it safe. $1,000 Death Star, big sphere like you would expect, interior like you would expect, high quality minifigs like you would expect. Here's $1,000, sir. Not going to be what you expect. It's not going to include high quality minifigs, and you're still gonna have to pay that $1,000 if you want it. I'm just enjoying watching everyone else find out what I found out and just have this moment of like, oh my God, what is going on? But it's like, it could still be a good set, who knows? But like, it is not, yeah, right? It's not what you thought. Not what you thought at all. You're getting a real slice of the Death Star. It's gonna be crazy. I'm hoping at least maybe there's panels that could go on the front and cover it up, and you could have this kind of cool looking Death Star silhouette like this, kind of like this would be if these didn't have like clear panes here, maybe, I don't know. Just trying to, yeah, it's probably not going to be like that, is it? I assume it'll be about the size of Millennium Falcon if you just turned it on its side and let it be vertical or whatever, but like, it's even at that size, like whatever, like the quality of the figs ain't there, and it's not what you probably really want for a Death Star display. I bet it will be pretty cool though, to like have all of the little scenes displayed in the Death Star. I suppose the benefit of the way they have done it is that you can actually enjoy all of the scenes that you will be paying for, basically. Versus if you had a Death Star like this, well, it's going to be covered up all the time, and you can't enjoy all of those very high-quality minifigs that they've stuffed into the set for you to look at, right? The whole point is you're buying the set to look at all of these scenes, and you can't even get the best figures to put in those scenes. Like, you can see how ridiculous that is, But yeah, there is a bright side to it, certainly, if you want to look at it that way. My reaction probably feels fairly subdued to what you expect because I've already gotten it out. I've already had my moment of like, oh my God, why would you do that? Like, who okayed this? Who greenlit this? What was the thought process? Maybe they okayed it and maybe they greenlit it and it got all the way to here because it's just going to be that cool. But we don't know that. Right now we just know a pancake Death Star? Ooh, don't know about that, right? Like you're definitely skeptical. So that's where I'm at now, because I've had all of the emotions long gone of like, oh my God, this is horrible, because that's what it was for a long time. And it's now like, all right, let's see what we got. Let me know your thoughts on the insane turn of events that is the $1,000 Death Star's shape, as well as the minifigs. I mean, how couldn't you be excited about a bunch of minifigs without dual molded legs that should have them in a $1,000 set? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If any more info leaks, I will probably make another video on it. But right now, that is everything we know about the Death Star and its figures and the disappointment that is potentially looming.